What's up, everybody? Eric here with another EWE Reviews. Today I'm going to be doing the Rick and Morty Season 7 spoiler-free review. Before we get into that, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you want me to review next. But yeah, this is going to be the spoiler-free section of my video. I'm going to make it into two parts, spoiler and spoiler-free. Or, yeah, that backwards. Starting off with the spoiler-free section, so I'm going to go through the season, talk about what I liked, didn't like, things like that, and then I'll have a separate video where I'm actually going to go more in detail of some individual episodes, giving them highlights or things I didn't like. But yeah, guys, this is Rick and Morty Season 7. This was on Adult Swim streaming currently, but you can also see it on Max starting on January 22nd, I believe. And the season ran from October 15, 2023 to December 17, 2023. The cast includes Ian Cardone, Harry Belden, Chris Parnell, Spencer Grammer, and Sarah Chalk. And the basic plot of the show, I mean, if you know, you know, it's just basically adventures of Rick Sanchez and Morty Smith, grandfather and grandson, as they have adventures all over the multiverse. And it's animated show. Yeah, that's the basic plot, guys. But yeah, let's go into now my thoughts on Season 7. And I will say, we'll start off with the big thing that happened before Season 7 even started. So I'm talking about the Justin Roiland being gone. So it does feel like a lot of this was written when Roiland was probably around, but I also get like this weird feeling like they kind of were already at their ends with of like, hey, if he's not going to be part of the creative process, we're just going to go and do the thing that we want to do. Because this season did feel a little bit different than other previous seasons. It didn't feel like, oh, we're just saving like our finale is going to be like our big serialized episodes. Like, oh no, they were more open to doing other things like that. So it felt to me like this is just them going, you know what, we're gonna try and go back to like what made Rick and Morty great, and that's kind of the idea I got from this season. Now, Roiland being gone, let's talk about the voice actors for a second. About episode 4, I stopped noticing it. I think they did a really good job of finding actors that sounded enough like Rick and Morty that eventually you just go like, yeah, it's Rick and Morty. It's not that big a deal. And yeah, I felt fine about it by episode 4. I was just like, okay, yeah, I don't really notice the difference anymore. Like, if I actually pay attention, I can hear it, but it's like, I'm just trying to have fun and enjoy it. And the thing that I cared about the most, and this is like a very good thing, is the creative process. Like, with Roiland being gone, is Rick and Morty sound, like, is the tone of this show any different? I'm like, nope. They still had those moments that were like, oh yeah, this is Rick and Morty. I know what I'm in for. And I still got those moments. I was really happy about it. And I felt like this felt like a stronger season compared to like season 6, just the previous season. This felt a lot stronger. So I was really happy about that. And like my theory, like that, why it's better, I think, is they kind of were like at their point, like I just said, their wits end of like, you know what, we're just going hardcore. If Justin Roiland isn't happy with the direction, like he can say something. But now that I guess at that point, I felt like they were just, he wasn't going to say anything, and now that he's gone, like, they can just go do whatever they want. Does it sound like he was being, they're having, like, a hostile work environment with him of what he wanted to do and wouldn't do. But yeah, and the season did take some risks that I thought worked. I mean, we'll talk about it in the spoiler episode, but they definitely went more into, like, hey, let's see what we have with these characters and work with that. We even got like a bunch of background characters, not just background characters, but other characters such as Summer, Jerry, and Mr. Goldenfold that ended up having like really fun episodes that I really enjoyed. And it's like they got to be the stars of their episodes. So I really thought that was really cool. And it had one of the strongest finales I felt like Rick and Morty's probably ever had, where it's like, I don't know where the series goes from here, but this gives me hope that, oh, we're doing a little bit of like changes to like, maybe the characters are going to act a little bit different. Maybe we're having them have some growth going forward. And I'm like, I'm fine with that. I'm like, we know that Rick and Morty is going to get at least 10 seasons. I don't know if they're going to go past 10. I don't know if they need to. This is one of those shows where if they said, oh, we're stopping at 101 episodes, I'm fine with it. I'm like, they've given us enough content. It's like, I think they're setting up what they want to do for the remaining known 3 seasons. If they go beyond that, awesome. But if they're not, it's like, I think they're already setting up like the little breadcrumbs letting us know this is where we're heading. Are we actually going to know what that is now? No, I think we still need like one more season to see where necessarily they're going by season 10. So let's talk about the bad real quick. The episode order, and I don't know if this was affected by Roiland leaving or not. It could be, but I don't necessarily know. The first episode seemed weird to me because Morty was not much of Morty was in that episode. I did a full review for episode 1 and 2. Go back and watch that. But It felt like Morty was kind of sidetracked at the beginning, but at the same time, if it was Roiland doing the voices, I don't think anyone would have cared. But since we had that controversy about Roiland leaving, I did notice it. So I was like, oh, maybe the order felt a little bit wrong. But I still enjoyed the episodes. I want to say even the weakest episode in the season, I would say, is still at least okay. I don't think anything here was bad or mediocre. So I really enjoyed this season. I thought it was really good. But yeah, I didn't think that the start of it was all that strong. There was a clip episode, and I'm not sure if this is law of diminishing returns at this point, where they have so many of these clip episodes, like each season basically had one, where it's not necessarily a clip show showing something that's already happened in the show. They do clip shows of like, oh, they'll show something different or something that's implied that already happened. But here, it didn't work. I wanted it to be similar to Morty's Mind Blowers, but it didn't reach that height as Morty's Mind Blowers. That I kind of, when the episode ended, I was like, they could have done that better. But I mean, it wasn't like it was bad. It was just like, it didn't work because they've done so many iterations of these now that it's like, again, like I said, law of diminishing returns. How many times can you do it before it starts getting like, not annoying, but it's not reaching that height anymore. It's like, you guys should have done like another type of episode instead of just going with this format. Now I'll talk about this more in the spoiler section. But when it comes to the Rick Prime story, I think what they did this season, in terms of Rick Prime himself, it didn't necessarily work for me. Not that the episode itself wasn't good, because the episode was really good. But the Rick Prime story that we started in season 6, it was just like, I'm not sure if the arc was really that much worth it. And then last thing for the bad that I'll put here, I think we needed more Summer. It felt like her main episode here was really good, don't get me wrong, but it's just like I kind of wanted to see more of her, and I just didn't get that. I'm not sure what was the reason behind that. Maybe they're trying to get other characters some screen time, but Summer's always one of those like, oh, I kind of always want to see what Summer's up to, and I just didn't feel like we got that much of her this season. Again, not a big problem. If I really want to go see more Summer, I have so many other seasons, with episodes of Summer I can go see, but it just felt like she kind of took a step back here. I mean, I'd even say Beth took a step back as well. I can't really say anything like, did Beth have any like really strong episodes this season? I don't think so. But at the same time, Beth's also had some of the stronger episodes in the past, so maybe it was just them saying like, oh, we've given Beth her moments, let's have a season where maybe it's not her and we can focus on other people. That might be it. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on the season. Like I said, there's going to be a spoiler video to go more, but let's move on to my score for right now, because I at least want to do that score. So season 7, I'm giving an 8 out of 10 for great. I thought this was more back to what I consider the best of Rick and Morty. It's never going to be like season 1, but let's admit season 1 was a season where we hadn't established the canon yet. We hadn't really established a lot. So you have to build on that. So like season 1, I'd say it's probably the easiest season to do because you could do whatever. You didn't have to worry about your past lore back then. It was just like, no, we're just gonna do whatever. Now when you go into something like season 7 and we've had all like these spin-off and things, it's like, because we're getting like that anime as well. It's like there's so much lore here. You have to respect all the lore as you're going, or else your fandom's gonna get angry. So I felt now that in season 7, I felt like, oh, they were finally able to put everything together in a way that I actually really did enjoy. And I definitely recommend people go watch this season. I thought it was really well done. Alright guys, so my next review is going to be the spoiler version of this review. So I'll be talking about individual episodes and things that I did like and didn't like. So watch out for that video. Probably not going to put them out on the same day. But yeah guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you thought about the season in the comments down below. Let's keep this comment section spoiler free, please. And then I'll have the spoiler video up later in a few days maybe. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.